All right, so ladies and gentlemen out there in DVD land, this is the 1 hour unedited 3-camera shoot of Vocal Asylum. This is the entire deal, unedited. We ready to rock?
Unedited,
ready to rock.
unplugged.
All right, Jason, raise your hand. Lee, raise your hand. Tanya, raise your hand. Katie, raise your hand. James, raise 2.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, my philosophy on singing is it's simple. It's not always easy, but it's simple, okay? That's the key, is to keep it simple. It's not like calculus where you have to know a million things. With singing, you just have to know a few, but you have to really be ingrained. You have to have them in like your DNA. They have to be in your subconscious. So for me, I studied with a lot of voice teachers who taught me a lot of what I call intellectual singing, which is, you know, put it here, raise it here, palate there, resonance there, back, forward, whatever. And what was happening was all this stuff that I was learning I wasn't able to apply when I would sing with my band, because as soon as I get on stage, I'd be in the moment. And once I was in the moment, I couldn't think like that. You know, I was concentrating on putting on a show and doing that. So what I realized was that the voice teachers that had the most impact on me were the ones that taught the simplest fundamentals and drilled them into me. So that what happens is it became a part of the way I did everything. It wasn't one or the other. It was just this was the way I did it. And often I think like, well, maybe it's too simple. Maybe I should spice it up and add a lot of this and that. But last year I went to Arlington, Texas, and I worked out and hung out with Ronnie Coleman, who's 8-time Mr. Olympia, the greatest bodybuilder who's ever lived in the world. And when I worked out with him, it was a really cool experience because he just did basic exercises: bench press, curl, military press, squat, deadlifts, nothing newfangled, nothing exciting. But what he did was, he did them with passion. He did them with bravado. He did them with so much intensity that it built his body to 300 pounds, 4% body fat. And that's kind of my philosophy with singing, which is keep it simple and keep it real and organic and natural, and do it with intensity. And I think that's the key for the kind of music that we all sing, which is pop and rock and metal and, you know, Celine Dion over here and, you know, Bono over here. You know what I'm saying? That type of singing, I think it entails a lot of natural intensity. And that's it. So that's what we're going to do here. And we're going to go for it. You guys in a good mood?
Yeah, baby.
Ready.
Yeah, nice. So a real quick overview of the vocal cords, keeping it simple. The vocal cords sit in the larynx like a V. They're closer in the front than they are in the back. They sit in the larynx horizontal like this. They're open when you breathe. They come together and create a seal when you sing or speak. So when I'm breathing, it's like this. When I speak, they come together like this. Hey, what's going on? Oh! James really rocks. Yeah! When they come together, it creates a seal. It's called approximating. What happens is then, once they come together and approximate, the air pushes through them, rubbing across them like the violin, the bow of a violin, and that's called phonating, and that is what makes the sound. But here's the cool thing. The sound you hear out in the real world isn't actually the sound of the vocal cords. The vocal cords only buzz. So when I go, hey, what's going on? My vocal cords go, they don't make that sound. What you're hearing when you hear my sound is you're hearing that buzzing resonating in the body and in the head, and then the aperture of the mouth is forming the vowels. So there's a lot of components to it, and which brings us to breathing, which is the first step in good singing, is good breathing. So anyway, that's it. This is crazy doing this unedited. This is just for you guys.